Hi singers, it's your girl Jenny Lynn, singer and voice teacher, and I'm here to bring you a video around 11 a.m. every day during the quarantine while I'm quarantined here in New York. So I hope you'll check in once a day, Monday through Friday. If you want private one-on-one voice lessons with me, I do video chat lessons with my students all over the world. And so from any place, as long as you have video chat and you're ready to grow and learn and be an amazing singer, you can go ahead and contact me. My email is listed below in the information description box. Let's get into the content of the video. I want to talk more about zipping the chords and how singers can actually go about starting to experience this really beautiful thing that happens for good singers. All the good singers do it, okay? From opera to jazz to pop to rock, all of the good singers do it, but it is, again, similar to like how low larynx is this sort of mysterious, difficult to master vocal technique that takes a lot of time and can't be rushed. I will not sugarcoat it for you. Zipping of the vocal cords is no different. The other option for singing high notes is to stretch the vocal cords, to literally feel them stretch up. But when you stretch the vocal cords for high notes, you get a lot of strain, you get a lot of fatigue, you get a really pinched sound. It's often out of tune. You can really hear the difference between a singer that is zipping versus stretching the chords. So the zipping technique is something I've been working on for many years, and you know, I know a lot about it. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So first off, zipping of the chords, you have to imagine, the first thing to do is sort of imagine in your mind a guitar and how guitars have different frets, and you fret the guitar and it changes the pitch. It can higher the pitch or lower the pitch, and the vocal cords are similar. The vocal cords, people have described it as fretting, but people also describe them as literally zipping. So the vocal cords, just to give you an idea, they tie in the front. They come together in the front, and then they're like a little V, and they lay horizontal in your voice box. And when you when you breathe, they open. And when you sing, they come together and vibrate. When you breathe, they open. And when you sing, they come together and vibrate. Okay. So what ends up happening is as singers go up the scale, do, they vibrate towards the front more. Re, and then they go up a little bit. Think of imagining a fretting of a guitar. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Let's do an F major scale so I can show you more. The zipping allows me to get all the way up to that high F with no strain. And the sound is going to sound thinner. The higher you get, it's like more pungent, it's more powerful, it has more cut, but it's thinner than the lower pitches because less of the vocal cord is vibrating. The back end is vibrating on those really high notes versus the more of the vocal cord is vibrating, and the bottom end and more of it is vibrating on the lower notes. So the actual tone is a little thicker, the lower, in the low, not so much the low, but in the sort of middle low and up into the middle high of the range. But as you get to the really high parts, only the back end of the chords is vibrating. And so because that, the sound gets thinner, but again, more punch. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So I'm all the way up there on an F sharp easily because the chords have been fretted or zipped. So for me, the fretting thing doesn't work as much because I'm not a guitar player, but I just think of zipping. I pretend I have a pair of jeans on my vocal cords and I literally am zipping, 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 zipping. And remember, they zip from front to back. So it's important to have a mental image of the zip because the mental image is the first space. That's the first place you go to as a singer. Just imagining in your mind that your vocal cords are zipping from the front to the back and that by the time you get up to your highest notes, just the back end of the vocal folds are vibrating. And that's why you get a thinner sound as you go up. So that's just to kind of begin to create a mental image. And again, I'll sing it one more time just so you can hear my chords thin out and just imagine them in your mind as I'm singing being zipped from front to back, not stretched, not pulled. Let's do a G major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That wasn't the best zip, honestly. And that's what I mean by like, this is such a complex thing that you see results right away. From the first month of lessons, you see the results of beginning the process of zipping versus stretching. But I've been practicing zipping for a decade, and even just now I sang that wasn't a great zip. Let me see if I can do like, let me try it again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, re. Better. So, okay, so that's that. So now let me give you guys an exercise that really helps to zip the chords, okay? And the trick to this exercise, and I do this a lot on my channel, but the trick to the exercise is just not to sing very loud. Just don't sing loud, just hum quietly. Relax your tongue in your mouth, close your teeth, relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your lips, relax your eyes. Because this is a full octave, like the vocal cords are like from each note to each note, they're being trained to zip just through this exercise. Now, one way to check that they're zipping, we're going to do one more exercise, guys, and it goes, same thing, hum. If the chords are zipped, it's going to be thin, whistly. You're going to feel it up in the head, not screaming out the mouth, not belting. It might sound, especially for beginners, kind of squeaky and a little bit faint, but like it doesn't hurt at all. At all. There's no pull and no stretch at all. Let's do another one. So the chord going up helps to zip the chords naturally. It's like zip, 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 zip to the top. Do them yourself, okay, guys? Here we go. should be small. They should be thin. They should be airy. Feel like there's an H in the tone. Airy tone. And they should be like pungent, but they should not hurt. You should be drooling. You should be so relaxed on those high F's and G's and A's that you're drooling. This might seem hard, guys. When you're working one-on-one with your teacher, it's not. They're able to break it down based off of where you're at. But I'm telling you, high notes should not be hard and they shouldn't be strained or stressed, okay? So that's kind of just like a couple tricks to understanding the zipping technique and beginning to process how these vocal exercises work to create them. You will know you have hit that stride because you can feel it. When the vocal cords are zipped, you can feel that they are suction cupped together, zipped, and just vibrating at the back end. They feel effortless. You could go for hours. Like you can just feel this effortless feeling. So if you're having trouble, put a little air in that tone. H through the tone, little air through the nose. Not. No. Okay, so put a little air in the tone to help you through that process. I am drooling while I'm doing these exercises because I'm so relaxed. So look for a little bit of drool to show you you're in the right direction. Okay, guys, have a good day. Bye.